What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today in this video we're going to talk about 9 stocks in this video. So please hit that thumbs up button. That is greatly appreciated and that really helps out with YouTube algorithm. And if you want to support the channel and get my daily trade ideas, my swing trade ideas, 3 days of live trading in my Discord, definitely check out the Patreon. I'll leave a link down below in the description. And if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing. And now let's get right into Microsoft, which is up 0.58%. And we talked about it yesterday that watch out for this white line 20 SMA right here at 322. And if that gives up, Microsoft can come all the way down here to fill this gap at 316.50. Now it's not happening at this moment, and we're getting a strong bounce off of this support white line 20 SMA, and now it's trading at 325.26 and also high for the day 326.64. So if you look at my screen, we got resistance on Microsoft at 327.30, orange line 13 SMA, and if that breaks here on Microsoft, we could see a quick trip back up to 331, blue line 5 SMA, and then possibly back up to even 338. And if that breaks, guys, at some point this week, we got only 1 day left. If not next week, we could see a new all-time high on Microsoft. Now, this is critical right here on Microsoft to hold 322 as a support, because below that, this thing can come down here to fill this gap at 316.50, and that's going to be also a strong support on Microsoft. On Amazon, stock is up 2.49%, and yesterday I was holding some calls on Amazon 125, and look at today. I sold out for a small profit on Amazon, but look at this, guys. 125 calls when in the money, almost over the money, 125.63 high for the day, and now trading at 124.25. Now if you look at my screen, we do have strong resistance at 124.33 on Amazon, and above that Amazon can move higher back up to 128 and possibly up to even to that massive gap on top at 134. Now to the downside, we have strong support on Amazon at 120, or now it's actually moving up, orange line 13 SMA, and we do have support at 120. So 120 to 121 right here, that would be a strong support on Amazon. And below that, watch out for this white line 20 SMA, 118.27. To the upside, all Amazon needs to do, break blue line 5 SMA, and then this thing heading higher all the way up to 128. On Nvda, stock is up 2.76%, and this is why I said last night I'm not trading Nvidia. It does not matter what the stock is doing. I'm just doing analysis for you guys. I'm not trading this stock. And look at this. If you thought that, Nvidia rolling over and you shorted yesterday and you're going to hold overnight and make money, this thing will come down a bit more. Well, look at this. A massive move to the upside. 388. So from 375 yesterday and this morning, this thing moved up all the way up to not only 388, 388.64. And now it's sitting just below 386.27 blue line 5 SMA. Now Nvidia stock can break 386.27. We could see a move back up to 395, 400, and look at this. Upper Bollinger Band moving up right here at 435. So never say no. If this thing actually breaks 400, we could see a massive run to the upside. Now to the downside, strong support at 375, and now orange line 13 SMA moved up, sitting at 369.37. So we do have some strong support. At least one of these moving averages right here will hold on Nvidia, and that is this 13 SMA on this daily chart, 369.37, before breaking this support and coming all the way down to previous all-time high 345 to 346, which is also aligned with this white line 20 SMA, another strong support. But it's not nowhere close to this support right here, guys, so you don't have to look at it so far. Just look at 375, 369.37, and to the upside it needs to get over 386.27, 395, and then 400. On AMD stock, it's up 2.73%, and just so you know that it's going to roll over and die, it's not doing that. Again, went back up, holding 118 as a support. As a matter of fact, look at this. It's holding 120 as a support. Blue line 5 SMA moved up close to 120, and now it's trading at 121.05 at the closing. Got up to 122 today. Also, if you look at my screen, retesting this uptrend right here and finding resistance and coming down and also closing above blue line 5 SMA, sitting close to 120. So 118 to 120 will be a key level on AMD. And if that gives up, then watch out for 112, white line 20 SMA, and then the gap at 109. To the upside, AMD can hold 120 and also get above this trend line right here. Then we could see a move back up to 125, and who knows, could be retesting that 130 level again here on AMD. So far, it wants to roll over, but it's not quite there yet. Until this thing actually breaks 112, AMD stock can run again, possibly back up to 130. Yesterday, we got a massive red candle, and today, I'm not going all in on AMD yet, but if you look at it, guys, this could be a consolidation before a big move to the upside or to the downside. A big move to the upside will happen above 125, and to the downside, it's going to happen below 112 white line 20 SMA. So these are some key levels to watch on AMD going into tomorrow. On Google, stock is down 0.22%, so basically a flat day on Google. But if you look at my screen, Google stock still actually hanging in there by this support 122 to 123 white line 20 SMA, and Google can actually get above 125 blue line 5 SMA. We're back in business. We could see Google stock going back up to the upside, and then the next target will be at 130. Now this support is critical right here between 122 to 123 white line 20 SMA, and if that gives up, definitely we could see more downside on Google down to this Bollinger Band 116.85, and then the gap at 113.51 on this daily chart. On Apple, stock is up 1.55% on the day, and look at this market. It's just amazing to see how this market is working out, guys. Look at this. Yesterday we saw, back to back 2-3 days in a row. It wasn't down that much, but we saw a rejection on Apple stock yesterday, a massive rejection, closing under 180 and also closing under 179.63 blue line 5 SMA. And look at today, a nice bullish looking green candle, and also getting the breakout above 179.63, and now it's trading above also 180 and holding 180 as a support into closing. If this is not bull market, I don't know what it is. People are still saying that there is gonna be a crash. Well, we are supposed to crash right now, middle of this year, and market is bullish. And now they're saying, end of this year into beginning of next year. Well, I don't think anything is coming, but yes, a pullback definitely possible in the market. There is no crash coming, nothing. Now on Apple stock, if you look at it, guys, now it's holding 180 as a support. And if that holds tomorrow, we could see VIX crush Friday again. And that means what? This thing can move higher, back up to retest previous all-time high, which is around 183-ish. And above that, definitely, possibly will retest the new all-time high right here, 184.95. To the downside, strong support between 179 and 180. And below that, watch out for this support down here, around 176 to 177, because we have orange line 13 SMA moving up, sitting close to 177, and that's going to be a dip buy for a day trade on Apple stock if that happens tomorrow. On Netflix, is up 2.40%, almost $10 up on the day. Now if you guys go back and watch that video I made last night, and I talked about it in detail, that watch out, guys, back to back couple of days right here, it's holding close to 400, holding 400, or at least trying to hold 400 as a support. And that means one thing, it's not ready to roll over yet. And look at this move today, holding 400, also took out 402.49, 5 SMA on this daily chart, and now trading at 409.37 at the closing, up almost $10 on the day. And now this thing can move higher. Definitely we could see 420 to even 425 early as tomorrow on Netflix. To the downside, if we get a pullback, watch out for the support around 400. If we get one, pullback here on Netflix, I don't think we're going to see 400 again tomorrow unless, market sells off again. Then we could see a pullback down to 400. But as of right now, Netflix tomorrow opens at 409 and we get a pullback down to 400 to even 402.49, and this blue line 5 SMA will move up tomorrow. So possibly I would say this thing will move up tomorrow close to 403, maybe 404, and these moving averages, they move every day. So now it's sitting at 402.49. Tomorrow at opening, definitely all these moving averages will slowly move up. So you got to look at it whenever you take a trade on Netflix or any other stocks in the market, especially when the market is open. Support levels on moving averages, they always change every day. So Netflix tomorrow, guys, above 400 to 403, 404, and I'm taking in that this blue line 5 SMA will move up. Otherwise it's 402.49 to 404. Netflix can hold that tomorrow on a pullback. This thing can rip higher all the way up to 420 to even 425. Below 400, we have strong support at 386.58, and then watch out for the gap 383.76, 380, and then white line 20 SMA 372.82. So on Tesla stock, not to toot my own horn, I've been calling it out before 200, guys, that Tesla will hit 200 and then we will see 220 and then possibly 250 to 260, and we're not too far away from that level. I mean, look at this insane move. It's up on the day 4.58%, and now it's up again 3.30%. Now why I have this chart, and especially the RSI, look at this. Tomorrow this thing will be extremely overbought. So if you're not in the stock, definitely it's not worth chasing. Wait for a pullback. Now Tesla here, guys, I've been studying Tesla charts and Tesla stock for a long time. Since the stock came out in the market and it got really famous, I've been trading, and I know when this stock will make a big move, especially month of June. And I also talked about it in another video, my mega cap video, that Tesla usually runs in June and we could see a massive move to the upside. And I also gave you guys examples like look at Meta, look at Nvda, look at Apple, everything hitting new all-time highs, right? And Tesla, this beast, this thing can do it in no time. And that's why I said even last night and a couple days ago that by end of this summer, and who knows, guys, maybe end of this month, we got another earnings coming on Tesla in next couple of weeks. We could see Tesla going over 300 easily and possibly hitting a new all-time high. Now I'm not calling it that it's going to happen this week or next week, but that is just how Tesla works. It did it over and over so many times before. And now, especially the calls that I got on Tesla, not one, not two, 5 of them, and also my shares going through the roof here on Tesla. And I'm long term. I'm not selling those anytime soon. Yes, there could be a pullback. And that is why I have this RSI here on this chart. Look at this, guys, 83.48. And now tomorrow, this thing will be even more overbought. And that means what? Yes, we could possibly go up and fill that gap all the way up to 250 to 60, and then possibly come down and get a nice pullback, and that is gonna be an opportunity to buy the dip on Tesla. Not right now. I see a lot of people when they see green on Tesla, like, hey, can I get in right here right now? Well, no, there is no way. It's going up. People that are in here on Tesla, they're making money. And some people, especially big money, smart money, they're buying, and they can pump this stock up even more. But you need to be patient here on Tesla. if you're wrong on Tesla, yes, you can get the dip, you can scalp. You got to be very quick, and especially if you're new to this market and trying to learn options, and you're going with Tesla or Netflix or anything that is like moving up crazy, Nvda, another one. It's a risky asset to trade, especially in this market. So just be careful if you're shorting or even buying that dip on Tesla. I don't think anything worth on Tesla right now until this thing gets up to at least 250 to 260. If you're shorting, wait for that level if that happens on Tesla, and then we could see a pullback. Now this gap never got filled on Tesla. 221.91. I was hoping for an entry right here on Tesla, but that never happened. And now on Tesla, we have support at 237 going into tomorrow, and then 230 all the way down here at 220, 246, and then the gap at 221.91. And I've been calling it out now that RSI moving up. Tomorrow it's going to be at 85. Who knows, maybe even 88 at some point. If this thing continues to run higher, this thing will just get more and more overbought. So at some point, maybe not tomorrow, but next week, yes, a pullback on Tesla is due, and it's going to happen. So watch out for those levels on Tesla to the upside. Now this thing can go up to definitely 250 to even 260 without anything, because Tesla here, guys, it's a breakout, a big breakout. And look at Meta, and look at Microsoft, look at Apple. Still, after running all these months, not coming down, nothing significant. Meta went back up again today, right? So if you think that let's short Tesla here, it'll come back tomorrow, we can only watch this RSI. And Tesla also, let me remind you guys that a stock can stay overbought for a long time, and this stock can still run even higher, even though the RSI is screaming extremely overbought. So if you're shorting, definitely have your stop losses in place on Tesla, because if you're shorting and you don't have a stop loss on Tesla, this thing can rip you apart. On Meta, it's up 0.37%, and Meta once again getting a bounce off of this support 261.70, orange line, 13 SMA. Now let me remind you guys one thing, that Meta still on a bull trend, nothing has broken, still above white line 20 SMA, which is sitting around 254 to 255. And that's going to be a key level to the downside. Meta actually takes out this support down here, white line 20 SMA, and gets a close below that level for 2 days in a row, then you know that Meta wants to roll over and possibly wants to come down and close some of these gaps all the way down here. Until then, I think 290 is still on the card, and we could see Meta going back up to 290 early as next week. So on Meta, going into tomorrow as a support, 261.70, and below that 254 to 255, white line 20 SMA, and then this support 248. To the upside, Meta needs to break 268.66, blue line 5 SMA. We almost got up there today, and soon as that breaks, Meta can move higher, back up to this Bollinger Band, now expanded all the way up to 280.60, and then finally that big move all the way up to 290. And that's all I have for you guys in this video. Thank you so much for watching.